Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, it is KingNido here, and today we're in Kotondo City where the bug-type dust mites are hosting the ghost-type Heart Home Spectres, and I look forward to this matchup every season as the Heart Home Spectres are trying to get themselves back into first place because they have just dropped down to second place, whereas the Kotondo dust mites are looking to get a massive upset. Let us know in the comments below who you think will win this matchup, but will it be the bug-types, will it be the ghost-types? Let's go! But that is right, the Heart Home Spectres have dropped down to second place, but if they get the victory here today, they should move themselves back up into first as they start out with Electrode, their terrestrializing Pokemon, and Decidueye. It will be Volcarona and Frostmoth starting out for the Kotondo dust mites. But there it is, Electrode taking on that Ghost typing. It sheds its Electric typing, but keep in mind it will still get the stab boost from Electric type moves, and it is the quickest Pokemon in the PokeType League, so immediately it is going to go with the Worry Seed, putting that Insomnia ability onto Volcarona. It will not be sleeping, no rest for the Fire type here in this matchup, as Volcarona is going to respond with the Coaching, looking to help out Frostmoth here. It is going to boost its physical stats, both that attack and defense. Now it is much more of a specially attacking Pokemon. Decidueye is going to go with the T-Time, so everybody in this matchup at the moment is going to chow down on their Leopard Berries because every Pokemon in the PokeType League does have a Leopard Berry to restore their PP. And whilst they're doing that, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, please leave a like, share, subscribe, help this channel grow and continue these seasons for many more to come as everybody finishes chowing down on those Leopard Berries. Frostmoth is going to go with the Sandsear Storm, but it is going to be avoided by Electrode. It will connect with the Decidueye, which is not very effective. Now, the Decidueye is a part Grass type, so it will be weak to Bug type attacks. As the Crush Claw onto Frostmoth from Electrode, we get that Brick Break from Volcarona, but it will not affect Electrode because of its Ghost typing. It is immune to normal and fighting type attacks. The Hypnosis from Decidueye is avoided by Frostmoth. This allows Frostmoth to go with the Mega Horn, but it goes for Electrode. Not very effective, but what a connection. Great hit there, but it is going to respond with the Hydro Cannon onto Frostmoth, and now Volcarona going with the Poison Tail onto Decidueye. As Decidueye responds with the Scald onto Frostmoth, they should have gone for Volcarona to try and capitalize on that part Fire typing, as the Shadow Ball from Frostmoth goes for Decidueye. A massive super effective hit, but Decidueye is able to hold on as Electrode has to recharge after that Hydro Cannon. This opens the door for a Stealth Rock from Volcarona being set up on the side of the Heart Home Spectres, so those Pointed Stones will float on the side of the Ghost types, doing damage to any Pokemon that comes onto the field. The Headbutt onto Frostmoth from Decidueye flinches Frostmoth, allowing Electrode to set up the Gravity here. Now, any flying type Pokemon will be brought down to the ground, but don't be confused, Volcarona and Frostmoth are not flying types, as the Shore Up will not work for Volcarona, who is at full strength. This allows Decidueye to go with the Iron Head, and Frostmoth is eliminated by that super effective hit. Now in its place now comes Vespiquen with that Unnerve ability, which will make the opposing side too nervous to eat their berries, but they've already done that after that T-Time, and the Toxic Spikes are thrown out onto the side of the Kotondo dust mites. So any Pokemon now that comes out onto the bug type side will be poisoned if it lands in them, and we'll get the Sludge Bomb onto Electrode, not very effective from Volcarona. Decidueye is going to go with the Safeguard. This will protect its side from status conditions as they're cloaked in that Mythical Veil. And Vespiquen sets up an Aqua Ring very early on, so it is going to be restoring health if it takes any damage in between turns. And we get the Ancient Power now from Electrode onto Volcarona. Super effective, massive hit, as Volcarona is going to respond with the Doom Desire, choosing Doom as the destiny for Decidueye, who goes with the Spore, and this is going to put Vespiquen to sleep. And keep in mind that Gravity is still in effect, and Vespiquen is a part flying type Pokemon. So as Vespiquen is fast asleep on the field, Electrode looks to capitalize and go with the Aerial Ace, and Volcarona is eliminated after taking damage from another super effective hit. The Heart Home Spectres are building the momentum here as we get the Water Gun from Decidueye onto Vespiquen. Does a little bit of chip damage as the bug type is still snoozing away on the field, but it is going to have its health restored by that Veil of Water that it set up in the Aqua Ring. And now out comes Arboliva for the Kotondo dust mites. It is going to land in those Toxic Spikes, so it is poisoned, but also it is going to terrestrialize into a bug type Pokemon, similar to how Electrode terrestrialized into a ghost type. It is the terrestrial representative of the dust mites here, taking on this spectacular form. And Electrode still with the speed advantage goes for the not very effective Bug Bite onto Vespiquen, who heavily resists that move, but it does steal the Leopard Berry of Vespiquen and proceeds to eat it right in front of the sleeping Pokemon. So unbeknownst to it is it happening, and we get the Ice Fang now onto Arboliva. A good hit there from Decidueye, and Vespiquen has awoken as it goes for the Psyblade on to Electrode, and Electrode is eliminated. This is fantastic for the Cortondo Dust Mites and that momentum that Electrode and Decidueye have been building together so far in this matchup, and it is followed up by the dive being set up by Arboliva, so it is going to hide underwater here. As Decidueye takes the Doom Desire, and Decidueye is eliminated. This is practically a huge play that was set up earlier by Volcarona, and the playing field has been leveled as Vespiquen does have some more health restored in this match, but Arboliva is still feeling the effects of that poisoning, and the gravity's returned to normal, which means Vespiquen will be able to fly again as Typhlosion comes out for the Hearthome Spectres, and it is joined by Gengar. Now they are going to have those pointed stones digging into them as they land on the field here, and it is the Hisuian Typhlosion. We get the Sand Attack from Gengar, which is going to lower the accuracy of Vespiquen here, and if it can't hit its targets, it can't get eliminations. It's followed up by the Leaf Storm from Typhlosion, not very effective onto Vespiquen. This is going to lower the special attack of Typhlosion as well, which is a base 119, and Typhlosion is on the receiving end of a Fire Spin from Vespiquen. Not very effective, but it does get trapped in that Fiery Vortex, and here is the dive from Arboliva, getting a good hit on Gengar, but it would have been super effective if it had have gone for Typhlosion. This could be a huge mistake by Arboliva in this matchup, who continues to feel the effects of its poisoning. Vespiquen still restoring its health thanks to that Veil of Water, and Typhlosion feeling the effects of the Fire Spin as its side is no longer protected by the Safeguard, and Gengar with the Psycho Cut onto Arboliva. A little bit of damage is followed up by the Sludge Bomb from Typhlosion onto Vespiquen, and now Vespiquen is poisoned, which means every remaining Pokemon for the Cortondo Dust Mites should end up being poisoned, as that Payday will not affect Typhlosion. No money being made by Vespiquen here, and the Hydro Pump from Arboliva onto Gengar, and Gengar is eliminated. You have to think that would have eliminated Typhlosion as well, as it would have been super effective. Vespiquen is going to have its health restored from that Veil of Water, but it's also going to have its health cut into by the poisoning, so the Veil of Water will only offset it a little bit, as the poisoning is doing more damage than is being restored. And Typhlosion still feeling the effects of the Fire Spin here. And now out comes another Fire Ghost type, being Skeleturge, coming out for the Hearthome Spectres. Typhlosion going with the Glaive Rush onto Vespiquen here, capitalizing on that part Flying type, and it's followed up by Skeleturge going with the Baby Doll Eyes here, which is going to lower the attack of Arboliva. Vespiquen going with the Superpower, which will not affect the Ghost types. Again, they are immune to fighting in normal type attacks, but the Mud Slap will be super effective on Skeleturge from Arboliva, also lowering the attack of the part Fire type, the accuracy of the part Fire type Pokemon. And there's Vespiquen still having its health restored, but still having more health cut into by the poisoning that it has received. Arboliva is getting so close to being eliminated. It has one turn left in it before that poisoning will take it out of this matchup, and Typhlosion is still feeling the effects of the Fire Spin as it goes with the Fake Out. This is going to fail. Skeleturge looking to make up for it though, is going to go with the Esper Wing, but Vespiquen's able to avoid that attack, and Vespiquen is going to respond with the Jaw Lock. But unfortunately, Skeleturge is able to avoid that attack as well. Arboliva goes with the Howl, so it doesn't go on the offensive. Instead, it is going to boost its attack, which is not going to help it, but it will help Vespiquen getting its attack stat boosted. There's its health being restored thanks to the Veil of War, which will actually keep it in this matchup, because that poisoning potentially would have taken it out. But speaking of poisonings eliminating Pokemon, Arboliva is taken out, leveling the playing field now at 3 Pokemon apiece. The Terrestrial Pokemon is taken out. And Typhlosion is still feeling the effects of this Fire Spin. It has been chipping away. It needs Vespiquen to be eliminated, as out comes Kleavor for the Cortondo Dust Mites, landing in those Toxic Spikes. So now it's going to feel the effects of this poisoning as Typhlosion goes with the Icicle Spear, but it goes for Kleavor. It should have gone for Vespiquen to ensure that elimination, so it doesn't feel the effects of the Fire Spin anymore. Only getting 2 hits. Kleavor is going to respond with the Trop Kick, but Typhlosion is able to hold on from that not very effective attack, but it will have its attack stat lowered as Skeledirge with the Iron Tail, but Cleaver was able to avoid that move, and now Vespiquen goes with the Lumina Crash, but Skeledirge avoids that, and that Veil of Water will restore the health of Vespiquen. It needs to hold on to ensure the elimination of Typhlosion here. Cleaver feels the effects of its poisoning first. Vespiquen needs to hold on. And it does, it is still in the match, so the Fire Spin that it set up earlier is going to take out Typhlosion. The Cortondo Dust Mites have taken back the lead here, as out comes Polteageist as the last Pokemon for the Heart Home Spectres, having those pointed stones dig into it, and Cleaver immediately going with the Sleep Powder is going to put Polteageist to sleep, which means Skeledirge is going to have to do all the heavy lifting. There's still 3 Pokemon remaining for the Cortondo Dust Mites. As I said, Polteageist is fast asleep on this field, snoozing away. Skeledirge with the Dire Claw, not very effective there onto Cleaver. Vespiquen is going to go with the Poison Tail, but Polteageist is able to avoid that move even while sleeping. There's that Veil of Water, but it will not restore enough health for Vespiquen. Cleaver is going to feel its poisoning first, but Vespiquen will be taken out of this matchup, but it is now a 2 versus 2 matchup. Polteageist is still asleep, but out comes Heracross for the Cortondo Dust Mites. It's going to be poisoned now, which means the bug types do have a set amount of time before they will definitely be eliminated. The present won't affect Polteageist, so it avoids yet another attack. Heracross though, looking to go for the Scorching Sands, connects with Polteageist. It surely should have gone for Skeledirge with that move, as Polteageist has woken up, and immediately it goes with the Dragon Darts, hits Cleaver first, hits Heracross second here with that multi-hit attack, and Skeledirge follows up with the Misty Explosion. Skeledirge has taken itself out of this matchup. It's super effective on Heracross, but Heracross holds on, and Cleaver is also eliminated. It is a 1v1 battle. Heracross versus Polteageist. Heracross feels the effects of its poisoning. It is such an easy target already. Polteageist could capitalize, but Heracross has the speed advantage. It goes for the wrap. This will not affect the ghost type Pokemon, and this opens the door for Polteageist to go for the Expanding Force. And Heracross is eliminated with that super effective move. The Heart Home Spectres have held on and gotten the victory here today over the Cortondo Dust Mites, and this will put the Heart Home Spectres back on top of the leaderboard, as next round they will be at a type disadvantage when they go up against the Spike Missuade Grunts, whereas the Dust Mites do stay in 9th place, and next round they will be taking on the Holon Heroes. But until then, Nidorinas, Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field, and if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I'll see you when you see me.